It says a lot about who we are as a community, how we embrace folks with disabilities.
This is a place where they can be safe, they can be who they are, they don't have to try to fit in a certain box.
Disability is a part of the human experience, and so our folks are just part of the community. Until 1972, special education was not mandated for young people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. They either stayed with their parents or they were institutionalized. In Michigan and around the country, parent groups had formed because their children started growing older, and as they became adults, it was, what do we do with the folks? And they started shops of their own. They started workshops. When the Mental Health Act was passed in Michigan and the community mental health system was set up, the CMH boards were given the opportunity to either provide services themselves or contract with organizations to start services. There was an organization known as Asgard. CMH wanted to contract with them and send them folks. But their misguided work standards were such people had to have a higher level of productivity than the folks CMH wanted to send them. One day, CMH folks showed up in a van and Asgard had its doors locked, would not let the CMH clients in. Big mistake. So Roger Dunnigan, the then CMH director, said, okay, I'll start my own. And he got some parents together and some community folks, formed a private nonprofit, and started the beginning of GTI in 1974.
There's nothing like GTI, and you almost have to see it to understand it. It's its own culture. It's its own sense of community in a way. It's really special.
The sheer scale of what we do, we serve over 370 folks every year, and just really maybe more than anything else, providing the supports and the platform for our folks to really thrive.
Unfortunately, they're a population that can be overlooked, and oftentimes they are. And this is a place where that doesn't happen. They are very much a part of our community. They're loved here, they enjoy themselves here. It's a way for them to have a qualitative lifestyle.
All we had was CMH revenue. We needed additional revenue. I'd say we were a wholly owned company of CMH. The very first business I started was a janitorial business. And we started getting some contracts and employing some people, and went from there. The state was really pushing recycling at the time. So I convinced my board we could do this and it would create jobs. It was a big deal. We got a lot of publicity from it because we were it in 5 counties. When we had our own building, we started developing some production capabilities for packaging and assembly work.
We have a state contract to produce trash can liners for the state of Michigan. We also have some federal contracts where we do some cleaning at the FAA tower.
Source America and the Ability One program provided a federal contract opportunity in Traverse City at the FAA Cherry Capital Airport. Source America is a central nonprofit to the commission that oversees the Ability One program. I would like the community to know how big of a gem you have in Traverse City with Grand Traverse Industries, living their everyday lives and supporting all people in the pursuit of independence.
We offer a really large array of options and choices for people.
We're a source for business and industry, and we're part of the economic development of the Grand Traverse region.
A big part of what we do is making sure our individuals have access to the greater community.
95% of our folks, kind of as a rule of thumb, don't drive and need transportation to and from. So I suggested to the city and county, you could start what has now become Beta. And Beta was able to then start providing transportation for our folks to our place and to other places where we needed them to go. We found that some people could receive some training, could then be placed in the community.
If somebody wants a job independently out in the community, we'll do that.
And these folks are out working, they're serving in positions that can be hard to find staff for.
I had a need after COVID to kind of bring in employees. I reached out to Grand Traverse Industries and had a crew come in, and it was just game-changing. It was very nice to have employees come into work every day with a smile on their face, wanting to work and wanting to be here.
We are so blessed to have GTI come to help us each week. And what an amazing group they are. We couldn't provide the services that we do without their help.
For the holiday season, we estimate that we're going to need about 80 to 90,000 hearts cut. So GTI is a very big part of that and helps us get to that goal. We do a lot of shipping, and so GTI will come in and do 2,000 pies a day that they'll package for us. That helps us get that product to the grocery stores and fulfill POs every single day.
Michigan is facing a labor shortage, and it doesn't seem like it will be going away anytime soon.
But Grand Traverse Industries is helping businesses and organizations fill empty positions.
Probably my second week on the job, they had given me the paychecks, and they said this will be a great way for you to learn everybody's name and to see how excited people were to get that paycheck.
I paid for my own phone bill because I took responsibility. Means my mom don't have to do it anymore. I could take it on myself to pay my phone bill.
You know, there's dignity in earning a paycheck. Many of us go to work and we complain about our work week, you know. They don't do that.
Dennis is my buddy. That partnership that you have with them is something that you'll take with you the rest of your life. They're just amazing.
I love working at GTI, it's fun.
You know, I think even the physical contributions that they're making, they don't even come close to telling the whole story as how impactful just interacting with somebody with a disability has on, you know, the staff at these places that they're working and, you know, the customers or the people who come into that business.
Not everybody wants to work, or some folks may want to work a little bit but do other things. So we offer day programming to make sure people have opportunity to socialize, to be with their peers, be active in their community, get out and do the things that you and I take for granted.
The community, the world, it can sometimes not always be a friendly place. It can sometimes not provide the supports that they need to succeed. When our team members are here, they feel that support.
In 2005, our son went to the Adult Work Center. We were so nervous that there wasn't anything available for him. And we had a meeting and we were told about GTI. GTI was wonderful for him. Once in a while, they would let Todd shoot the hoops. And he would come home that night and come in the door and he'd go, "Mom, Dad, basketball." And I mean, he'd have the biggest smile and we would too. We never want Todd to be forgotten, and we never want to forget about Mansalona GTI. And that's where we decided we're going to make a basketball court for the regular height and the wheelchair height, that these go up and down so everybody could be included.
So the Listen program really started off in an effort to fill a need within the community. Interpreting services for medical interpreting, mental health interpreting. In addition to employment, we had community interpreting, so things like Social Security and community events, eventually concerts and other larger events. We're a conduit for the community to be able to function and to be able to have access to all of the things that we know in the hearing world to be available to us. With what GTI does, it is a perfect fit. The program is housed with an organization that understands disability.
It says a lot about who we are as a community, how we embrace folks with disabilities.
I suppose without the GTIs of the world, they'd be hidden away. The wrong thing to have done.
They get a sense of belonging, and they have, you know, the familiar routine, and just knowing that they're respected and loved and cared for. I mean, it's great.
For GTI, this is 50 years of service. All humans have a fundamental need to be included and to be a part of something greater than themselves. A supportive community that stands by each other in hard times and celebrates together in good times. We have a role in creating it.
We tend to be afraid of that which we don't know. And so if you don't interact with people with a disability, you may wind up with some wrongful ideas, with some things that just aren't true. And that's why I think it's so important to get our folks out there.
The Northern Michigan Company has a new spokesperson.
This is the perfect opportunity for me to give people out there that wouldn't normally have a voice, a voice.
I would also like to thank GTI for giving me this amazing opportunity to be here today and to help me reach the dreams and goals that I always wanted. I couldn't have done it without you guys.
I walk into work and it feels like a party every day.
Literally every room I went into, everybody was having a great time, like just a smile on their face.
It's such an uplifting environment to be in, and that's because our team members are so special.
All you have to do is go out and see the folks, and you'll know the impact on the folks. They love being here.
Where are we in 50 years? I really don't know, but I really hope wherever it is, that it still has the passion, the fun, and all of the wonderful things that the individuals that we serve bring to it.